Why is it important to have a high yield savings account compared to a standard savings account? Well, the average standard savings account is 0.05%. The average high yield savings account is going to be in between 3.5 to 5% of interest rate. Well, Anthony, 3.5 to 5%, that's not a lot of money. Agreed, it's not a lot of money. But the thing is, when it comes to parking your money inside a savings account, is that you want your money to be growing with inflation. So if inflation goes 2 to 3% a year, you want your money growing 2 to 3% a year. If inflation goes up 1% and you go up 2.5%, well, that means your money outgrew inflation. That's why if you're going to have your money sitting inside of a high yield savings account by putting maybe just 1 month of your net pay inside of a high yield savings account, then eliminating your debt. After you eliminate your debt, you're going to put 3 to 6 months of your net pay inside of this SoFi high yield savings account. Then now your money is keeping up. Last month alone, because I went further and beyond. I have saved 1 year of my net pay that I pay myself, right? So this way I can cover mortgage, golfing, traveling, whatever that is. I paid my average 1 year of net salary that I paid myself, and I put that inside of a high yield savings account. So that's over, a good 6 figures. Last year, that account made me $700. Not last year, last month, that account made me $700. So we're going to drop SoFi's information inside of today's show notes. Yo, click on it, because I don't know how much longer they're going to be giving you $300 for this particular account. But I promise you right now, if you go to anthonyoneal.com/savings, it's going to be amazing. But I also want to say this, your emergency fund, because I talk about this often, your emergency fund is not your fun money. All right. This is not single people. This is not your line item on your budget, because you should have this on your budget. This is not your dating money. This is not, ladies, your hair money, your makeup money, your nails money. Your emergency fund is like, oh shucks, I just broke a nail. Oh shucks, it was just raining, my hair got messed up. No. That's not that. No. That should be a separate line item on your budget. But your emergency fund is not to be touched unless it is an extreme emergency. And to be honest with you, I have 2 particular items within my budget. I have an emergency fund, then I have a miscellaneous fund. A miscellaneous fund, I may have like an extra $500 to $1,000 just sitting there, for an example. Some of you may just have a miscellaneous fund of $100, $200, $300 on your budget that, hey, something may happen, something may maneuver around. Instead of you going to your emergency fund, you go to your miscellaneous fund. And that's what I tend to do. If something happens throughout the day or throughout the month within that particular budget and I didn't allocate for that, I look at my miscellaneous. If I have an extra $200 sitting there for the miscellaneous spending, and I have a $100 miscellaneous budget that comes up, like a friend asked me to come out to a dinner and I spent $75. Okay, cool, great. I'm gonna take that out of my miscellaneous if I don't have it inside of my food fund. All right. And so this is super crucial to all of us. And some of you are probably saying, Anthony, but I don't even know how to start. Well, let me tell you how to start. Start small and just be consistent. Even if you can only start with $50, put $50 inside this high yield savings account. Then as you're working your way up, as you're gaining more money, as you're going back to your budget, as you're going back and looking at your finances and seeing where you can move things and allocate things differently, then you'll go on up. The goal again is to set aside 1 month of your net pay right now, because if 40% of the American people cannot afford a $1,000 cash emergency without financing it, without putting it on a credit card, you're going to be ahead of 40% of the people in America. Let me put it like this. You're going to be ahead of 40% of your friends.
All right, fam, let's have a heart to heart. You all know that I'm all about helping you get your money. But let me ask you this question. How's your credit report looking? And if you're being honest and you're saying, you know what, Ayo, I need some help, well, listen, I got something for you. Listen, I know credit can feel like this big, confusing thing, but with Kickoff, it doesn't have to be. They've designed a super simple, affordable way to help you build your credit, whether you're just starting out or need to bounce back from a rough patch. Here's how it works. Kickoff reports to the major credit bureaus to help you establish a positive credit history, and you can get started for as little as $5 a month. month. No credit check, no crazy interest fees at all, no hidden fees, so just a straightforward way to improve your financial standing. And here's why it matters the most, because it is not just about a number, it is about financial freedom and doors opening up for you. Do you want that dream apartment? Do you want lower car insurance and even better job prospects? It all starts with making sure you have a good credit profile. So don't wait. Head over to anthonyoneil.com/kickoff. That's anthonyoneil.com/KIKOFF and start your first month for just as little as $1. Listen, it's anthonyoneil.com/kickoff, KIKOFF. You get it for $1. Let's get you some lower rates, especially in 2025.
And so to do that, you got to automate your savings. Set up on automatic transfers every single time you get paid until you reach your goal. But if you're going to set up automatic transfers by building a high yield savings account, you got to cut non-essential expenses. Redirect money, right? From unnecessary subscriptions, dining out, and impulse spending into your emergency fund. Maybe you need to pause on some of those apps. Maybe you need to pause on some of those subscription things that you have and just redirect it into your emergency fund. Because I'm going to tell you and be honest with y'all, man, my Lord Jesus. It feels so good to know when the world is stressing, I might be a little concerned, but I'm not fearful because I have an emergency fund. If I was to lose everything in my business right now, if I had to shut down my business right now, I will be good for 1 year. I will be so good for 1 year. I wouldn't have to change my lifestyle, and as determined and as focused as I am and creative as I am, I can find money within a year. Heck, to be honest with you, give me 90 days to 6 months. I'll find a way to make me some more money. And what I love about it is I'm debt free. I'm debt free. So I don't have any major bills outside of my consumer debt. Not consumer debt. I don't have any consumer debt, but outside of my non-consumer debt, which are mortgages, I'm good. I don't have to sell my cars. I can cook from the house. I got a beautiful house with a great grill. Like I'm straight. Some of you are going to get some tax refunds this year. You got to use your extra wisely. Tax refunds, bonuses, side hustle income. Instead of splurging, I want you to put 50% of that into your savings until you hit your savings goal. All right? So some of y'all are saying, well, Anthony, I don't have, what's the word? I don't have enough extra, I don't have extra money to be effective with it and to put that money inside of my savings account. Cool, great. Which leads me to number 3. Something that I'm working on this year too. How do we increase your income? Let's be real. Sometimes you don't have a spending problem. Some of us do have an actual income problem. If your job isn't paying you enough to build wealth, it might be time for a career change, or maybe bringing in a side hustle that can supplement what your job is not doing. I want you to consider industries like tech. I recently sat down with my friends over at Careers to talk about breaking into quality assurance, QA in tech. There's no coding required, just the right training and the willingness to learn. And opportunities are out there. You just have to go after them. And what I love about the quality assurance program is because you can do that from home, you can honestly be working that job and the QA tech job at the same time. So now you have 2 full-time jobs, and you do that for a season to help you get out of debt, to help you build your savings account up, to help you build your investments up, maybe to help you get into a home. But if you are strategic, you can do this. I call this assess your earning potential. You got to start researching your salaries in your industry and see if you're underpaid. And some of us are honestly overpaid. Not a lot, but some are. So do the research to see, okay, wait a minute. Am I underpaid? What is the What is the average hourly? What is the average yearly rate going for? And then after that, once you assess, one of the things you need to be doing too is consistently investing into high income skills. Consider fields like sales, project management, or freelancing. Look into certification or online courses, or even some form of education to help you get there.